Hello and welcome to another episode of Historic Hindsight. I'm John, that's Tom, and today we're talking about a cartoon cat.
That's right, Johnny, the cartoon cat,
I'm
Garfield,
so excited.
or my very first book report research project that I ever did in school was on Garfield, and I chose him because we had
my first comic strip that I got into. The very
was
first,
Garfield?
it got me into comics.
Okay, so
I'm so excited for this episode.
I had to pick a president to do a thing on, and I saw Garfield's name, and I went, okay. Garfield's my guy. Come to find out, not the cat.
No. But we're talking about the cat.
No, we're talking about Garfield.
When did it first?
We're talking about Garfield, the president. It's a presidential episode, Johnny. Woo, woo, woo. Good news, though. Good news. There's really nothing bad to talk about with him. He is actually legitimately a good president, minus the fact that he was only president. Obviously. He was only a president for 200 days. But let's get into it, Johnny.
That's why he was good, though,
the rabbit hole.
Maybe that should be our term limit, is 200-day term limits.
Let's jump down the rabbit hole, Johnny. James Garfield. I really wish I had this book report from when I was in first or second grade, because I would just
that was legit your book report?
That was it was on James Garfield. And I remember being in Ohio, going down to my brother's room. For some reason, he was the one that had all the encyclopedias. I don't know why, but that's where the bookcase was that had all the encyclopedias.
He was older.
Sure. And
he was in high school or something.
And pulling out
middle school, probably he was doing his research.
And pulling out that and reading it. And it was about the same time that the Mighty Morphin's Power Ranger movie came out. Because I also remember watching that.
Movie.
But the movie. Yeah, the movie. Yeah. Anyways, Johnny.
I don't think I ever saw the movie.
You don't need to.
Oh.
It's fine.
It's not like the Ninja Turtles movie that was dope,
actually good.
Doesn't hold up.
No. Well, no. I haven't seen the Ninja Turtles.
They're remaking it. They're remaking
for the fourth time.
No, they're reshowing. They're doing
reshowing. Okay, they're doing that with
a 25-year anniversary.
They're doing that with a Star Wars again for reasons.
That's enough of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Another episode needs to be how ridiculously overrated all of Star Wars.
Star Wars is. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm
Johnny,
so sick of Star Wars.
Back to the president. Not a lot to really.
Yes, President Garfield, very important president who is running this country for 200 days.
200 days. Not a lot to do. Anyways, we'll start where we start with everybody. Slavery, or at this point now, race relations, because Grant was our last president that had owned a slave.
Slavery's done. What years are we in?
We're in 1881 is when he takes office.
So okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hence it's a suit, but it's not quite. Anyways, Johnny.
I'm a little early on the Vault Tech shirt, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's okay. No, it's fine. I love the Vault Tech. Dude was actually for equal rights through and through. His whole life, he was very much an advocate. Early abolitionist. Well, he was an early member of the Republican Party when it was first forming. Actually, loved the fact that the Republican Party came into existence because now he had an avenue to yell at people for being fucking slaving pieces of shit. This dude was always for equal rights.
This explains the
200 days. It might. Yeah. Now, granted,
yeah.
I have to.
You're a little early for that, pal. By 200 years, probably.
I'm going to jump the gun a little bit, and I have to preface.
I know what I said.
I'm going to jump the gun a little bit, and I have to preface that he is on record, to friends and stuff, saying I can't love the black race, which is a little weird thing to say. But then at the same time, he's all about
that feels.
But he's
all the time.
It does, because he's all about equality.
You know what I mean?
When he's in Congress, everything. But we'll get there. But I want to preface.
It feels like he's I'm not saying I am a advocate for the blacks or anything like that.
I'm not saying I'm going to
one of them. To me. But listen here, they're fucking people. Let's fucking treat them like that, and let's get it done. That feels like a thing he's saying because he feels like he has to say it.
And that's kind of what I'm. Yeah.
He doesn't get assassinated 200 days into his life.
That's kind of what I feel. But a lot of this is formed when he becomes a general during the Civil War. He actually fights side by side with Africans during the war. He's like,
weird how
they've earned
exposure and knowledge and learning and the stuff kind of affects your worldview.
It sure does. He's like, they've earned they are loyal. Weird. Like, the Africans that fought for the Union, obviously they proved their loyalty. Like these guys some of them are runaway slaves. Some of them had the worst things happen to them. Even racism in the North. And despite all of that, they still signed up, enlisted voluntarily, and then fought, and then earned, like they've earned their place in U.S. history. Like there's no reason why this bullshit still continues to this day. Like, so he's all about from
Did
day
he say
one,
in U.S. history, was he like they earned their place like as citizens? Like,
I think, No, well, okay. In history too.
He might have said it.
No, in history too. But
I agree that they did. Okay. So
he does. He actually does say it in history because he post-war during Reconstruction, he is advocating for heroes, free men of color heroes that were fighting for the North and all the things that they did that were heroic. He propped them up, talked about individual acts of courage and bravery, and then adamantly refused his entire career to say anything positive to anybody who fought for the Confederacy at all, and referred to them always until the day he died as fucking traitors because they were fucking traitors. Like he that's
find the
that's,
lie.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
No.
Like,
yeah.
What?
He advocated.
You don't stop calling a Nazi just because we defeated them.
Yeah,
they're still fucking.
They're still fucking Nazis. Yep.
Like they're still here too, and like guess what? Like
you're still
fuck
not.
them all. Like
there were like 8 of them.
Kneecap them if you see them.
There were like 8 of them that marched around Indy last weekend.
The most embarrassing thing ever.
Yeah.
What a bunch of dork ass losers. Holy shit.
And I'm just gonna say,
God, bunch of dweebs just putting their fucking masks on, marching around with their fucking flag, playing their little cosplay game. Hey, which one of them do you think was at the bottom of that gangbang that night? Because one of them was. One of them got the special prize and was able to be at the bottom of everybody.
Yeah.
What a bunch of fucking losers.
I'm just saying, if you're going to have an awful viewpoint like that, and you're going to wave around your fucking flag and scream things like white power, like, why are you wearing a mask? Why aren't you, if you're really proud about it, why are you wearing a mask?
Yeah, because I'm guessing it's because they want to keep their mouths fresh for all the cock they're going to suck later that night.
I was guessing that most of them were IMPD, but that's beside the point.
Well, there's also that. Like we've been hearing about that since Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Like, it's always been the case.
Now, he will advocate for equal, franchisement for free men of color, like voting rights, all of that. He says that the voting rights are pivotal for them to be able to, protect their own individual properties and liberties. Like you have to have like equality under the law. Now let's jump into his pre-presidency.
How is he on women?
We'll jump into
no women, right?
We'll jump into pre-presidency here, Johnny. We're jumping in he's a bit of an adulterer, but we'll get there. We're going to jump into pre-presidency.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that.
I got some Darkside stuff, Johnny. I did find some dark stuff, not much, but I did find some dark stuff. Now, pre-presidency, which is basically what this whole episode is going to be about, because not a lot happens in 200 days. He is born dirt poor, Johnny.
You're getting your bearings. Unless you're a psychopath who has 100 executive orders in the first 200 days.
He is born dirt poor in Ohio, and he is the last president to have been born in a log cabin. And before you at home say, well, everybody's born in a log cabin back in the day. Nope, this is well after that's out of vogue. This is you're in a log cabin because you are, in fact, poor.
They were shipping whole-ass houses from Sears at this point. Was
I'm pretty sure, pretty sure his birth, at least close,
if not already. You could buy a house out of a catalog in the 1880s. It had you the money. You had to build it.
Now
it was the IKEA version of a house, but still.
His father was a bit of a pugilist and a wrestler.
A fighter?
Yeah, a little bit. And a wrestler. Yeah, pugilist, wrestler. He's going to die when he's only 1 year old, leaving his mom to take care of him, and his mom has... Oh my God,
how did he father children at 1 year old?
No. He's going to die when James is Garfield's 1 year old.
Oh! Got it.
His mom is dirt poor. They're so poor, in fact, that like this isn't like I came from a poor upbringing, like J.D. Vance. This is like legitimately dirt fucking poor. He doesn't even own a pair of shoes until he's like 4 years old. Like,
well, I mean, this was like if a woman's husband died and she was widowed, like women can't do shit for money.
Much, no, not much, no.
And they can find another man. They can get but there's not a lot of options.
He is a very intelligent child, and he's self-taught. And then what little money the parent, mom does have, goes into his education, and he winds up actually.
So mother of the goddamn century.
Mother of the goddamn century. And Johnny, this is his professions and careers before the war and before he becomes into politics. Fuck. He becomes.
You moved too much and you froze, bud.
Did I? No, we're good. We're back.
Oh, you're back. You're back. All right. Wait. You're back. All right. Yeah.
So these are the list of his professions before he becomes president. Before even the war starts, he is a preacher. He is a professor. He is a lawyer. And during the Civil War, he's become general, and he declares that it was a holy crusade against slave owners. Fuck yes, this guy might be my fucking hero. Burn those bitches to the ground.
Where was he fighting? Where was he generaling?
Yeah, so he builds the 42nd Ohio Volunteer Infantry up from scratch himself, including traveling to Illinois to secure the muskets for the unit that only existed on paper. He winds up finding the people to volunteer for his forces, and then enlists them, trains them, all of that. And unlike most rich people,
real quick. Okay, you're getting ready to get into it. I'm sorry. I was going to interrupt you and ask, is this a rich person?
No.
He had earned money and now he's building his stuff.
He's not rich. So even now, he's still not rich. And he's building this up from scratch.
All right, go ahead and continue because I was interrupting you.
Yeah, no, you're fine. And it's not like he bought himself into his commission. Like, he legitimately cares about his soldiers, realizes that he's responsible for them, so spends every waking hour, including way into the night, way past the time when this becomes useful, and studies military strategy, military doctrine, tactics, organization, all of that. Basically, he gives himself a West Point education and does a better job than a lot of the West Point generals get taught.
He's one of the first people to go online and take all of the free Harvard classes. Harvard offers those free.
Yeah.
Hey, you can come and sit in and what is it called? Audit any of our classes for free.
Yeah.
He fucking did it. He's like, I know everything now.
Yep. He becomes his first command underneath General Buell is to drive the Confederates out of eastern Kentucky, and so he starts fighting them through Big Sandy River, and he earns distinction at the Battle of Middle Creek, where specifically his forces are about the same size as the Confederate forces at this time, but he uses tactical advantage where he places his troops in a certain way and attacks in a certain way that it makes it appear like they are way outnumbered to the Confederates.
Did we talk about this one?
Yeah, we did.
We did this.
Yeah,
That was Garfield.
It was brilliant fucking strategy, and it makes the Confederates, who actually were the same size as him, flee for their fucking lives despite the spec. It's just brilliant
like one of those
way to maneuver your troops and use your troops. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those things in the movies where you see all right, we're way outnumbered, but we're gonna break up into groups and we have carry.
And we're gonna scream like hell, and it'll be fine.
This way, and they come, and then oh no, we can't. That happened for real.
In real life. He did that. For those efforts, he's going to be promoted to Brigadier General and left in charge of basically the only Union forces left in Kentucky, because he successfully pushes out the Confederates from Kentucky. And then we do have a bad thing to talk about coming up now, because during all of this time, he's going to grant clemency to all former Confederates in Kentucky as long as they went back home and promised never to fight again or enlist in the Union Army. And that's a little for a guy who's holy fucking crusade, you dialed it back a bit.
That is very well, actually. That is
Christian. He's a preacher.
Legitimate definition of the Holy Crusade.
Yeah.
Is convert or die.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And that's what he said, essentially.
All right, and he did.
I'm sticking with he is on. Agree with it or not. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's bad. Whatever.
Okay.
It is,
all right. So
that's what a Holy Crusade is. It is because you can't go and kill everybody and go scorched earth and then have converts. And the Holy Crusade is all about converts.
That's true.
Or eliminating the people who refuse to.
Or obtaining back your holy land. all that fun stuff.
Don't
tell my beautiful wife I gave myself a topper because the doctor says I need to cut back on alcohol.
Well, good thing this isn't being recorded.
She never watches.
Actually, good thing
shit.
this isn't going to be recorded
or
in any sort of format that she will ever see.
No,
because this is now more than 35 seconds.
Look, I cut my alcohol intake from every day down to twice a week.
It's
good enough.
Process.
Good enough.
Process. You cut back.
I did, at least. Yeah, that's what the doctor said. He said, cut back.
Yeah. You're like, buddy, you don't know how hard I've been going.
He did ask how much you drank, and I went, probably more than I should. I was very elusive about how much I actually drank.
It's like that skit where they're like, so how many drinks do you have today? He's like, 2. Wait.
How many?
Oh, you're counting
beers? Oh. How many drinks do you have a week? I'd say I'm good for about 10 or 11. Well, 10 or 11 is not bad.
Yeah.
10 or 11 beers is not bad. Oh, you're counting beers? Yeah.
Yeah. It's that. But you're fine.
Now, he goes back to fight again. He actually gets involved in the Battle of Shiloh, where he earns, once again, distinction. He's like, he predicts that the attack's happening or whatever, and like fucking fights and defends off, and like he is in the thick of it and earns distinction yet again. Now, shortly after the Battle of...
How autistic is he?
He might be slightly. He might be a scotch.
To master West Point tactics in a couple of weeks.
He might be slightly. Even. He might be slightly acoustic. Now he earns distinction there. He will get jaundice. The reports vary. Some say it's jaundice. Some say it's dysentery. He gets sick.
Okay, he got sick.
He goes home because he's sick. And in that downtime, he's actually nominated for Congress. Refuses to campaign, says, all right, you guys, Republican Party, you can nominate me all you want, but I'm a fucking general, and this is a holy crusade, and I'm not going to fucking stop fighting, so you can nominate me all you want, but I am not spending a minute of my time out there campaigning. Instead, he spent a minute of his time...
All he wanted to do was kill a bunch of traitors.
Yeah, but
he's like, you know what? They're traitors to God, too, basically.
That and fuck women, because... In his downtime, it is reported that he had an affair on his wife. Alleged.
Sure.
Alleged. His wife will forgive him.
Which, I don't know. Can you have an affair on your own property?
Alleged. God damn it, Johnny. Yeah, it's still unfair. It's still unfair. It's like
we're doing that thing where
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna go ahead and say even still of the time, if you ride somebody else's horse, you're still cheating on your horse, right? Like that's
fair. That's fair.
You know.
Now, what was she wearing though?
It might have been a bit provocative. Like there might have been some cleavage showing.
So I'm just saying,
she might have asked for it. Yeah, you can't.
Maybe the person who we entrusted with running the United States was so weak-willed that he couldn't look at a woman who was scantily clad and resist.
Men, men have urges. You can't. And his fucking wife forgave him. So like, come on, right? And it's a Christian thing to do.
I mean, if she forgave him. If a politician's wife forgave them for the affair.
Johnny, it's the Christian thing to do. It doesn't matter how many times you mess up. It's your duty to forgive the other person.
Ask for forgiveness. If you ask for forgiveness, you're fine.
Everything is okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
It's the Christian way.
Fucking hate this guy. Anyways. He is going to win the seat.
Tell us we're wrong, though. Like, go ahead in the comments. Tell us that we're wrong about Christians and forgiving everything.
Yeah, fine.
Like, what do you mean? Like, that's literally the basis of their religion.
That's the exact quote I heard from an individual justifying their child's actions towards my child.
That's right. Ask for forgiveness.
He is going to win that seat in the House of Representatives, Johnny. But he doesn't have to report.
Good for him.
But he doesn't have to report to Washington for a year, so he goes right back into the war, where he earns distinction yet again as being the only senior officer from the units that retreated at Chickamauga to return to the battlefield under fire with his units To aid General Thomas's defense and like delaying actions to like allow the rest of the armies to retreat. Like we went to that battlefield. Thomas sat there and said, "Fuck the Rock of Chickamauga." Said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna stay here and we're gonna like make sure all our troops get out safely." Garfield returns and helps Thomas with those actions, where he yet again is promoted to the rank of Major General, becoming the youngest Major General in Union armies. Yeah, he's fucking like nailing it. 3 days,
doing
Johnny.
The damn thing.
Unfortunately, 3 days before he needs to be confirmed in Congress in Washington, his daughter is going to die. He's heartbroken.
Well, that sucks. Of what? Like she's sick or
syphilis? Yeah,
just
like
an
she's
accident, we don't know.
No, she's sick. She's sick.
Sick. Illness. Okay.
Illness. Blah blah blah.
One of the billions of diseases that were happening at the time that cocaine and whiskey were doing nothing to help.
We'll get there about cocaine and whiskey treatments later. But she dies, and he's distraught, and he's like, PTSD sets in. He's all like, fuck this, the only thing I have to live for is to kill rebels. I want to go back to the war. Lincoln meets with him and says,
let him back.
Well, Lincoln meets with him and goes, listen.
God damn it, Lincoln. You son of a bitch.
He goes,
You son of a bitch.
He goes, I can find major generals anywhere.
You son of a bitch.
I can't.
What did he...
I can't find honorable, loyal, like, good human beings to be in Congress. So can you please go and be in Congress?
Well, you couldn't find one here either. This motherfucker cheated on his wife.
True. Yeah,
and all he wants to do is kill.
He does. No, he's going to go and join Congress. He's going to take Lincoln's advice. In Congress, he admits that he has PTSD. Not that they call it PTSD at the time, but he admits that he has it. And he goes,
like, "Hey guys, I'm fucked up here.
I went from being a pastor."
Right.
He goes, "I went from being a pastor enjoying life to like life is meaningless and fuck all these bitches."
Oh, so he grew up.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's not. It's still not.
Not how you're supposed to. Yeah. Oh. Now in Congress, he becomes a radical Republican, arguing the seizure of Confederate lands. Fuck yeah, I'm all for this guy. He argues for the punishment of Confederate officers. Fuck yeah, I'm all for this guy. Argues for the punishment of Confederate, politicians. Fuck yeah, I'm all about this guy. He is going to vote for the Civil Rights Act, all of the Civil Rights Amendments, and the Anti-KKK Act. And during Reconstruction, though, his mood does calm down a scotch, and by the end of Reconstruction, he wasn't exactly for punishment, as he is directly a part.
Who got to these folks? Who got somebody asshole? Got to everybody in the government. Like, maybe we shouldn't punish these people because maybe they'll be mad if they get punished.
Well, Johnny, remember our last episode with President Hayes and how he bribed his way into office and then like ended Reconstruction? That piece of shit, human garbage. Garfield is actually one of the he's one of the Republicans that's pushed that deal through, destroying all of his work in Congress for Reconstruction and like equal rights.
Someone got to him.
And
some floozy.
Starting the entry of Jim Crow.
They sent some floozy in with some goddamn ankles showing. And this motherfucker, he folded like a house of cards. And he's like, we can't punish them Southern folks.
And he participates.
Southern women are all right if you ask me.
And he participates in the corruption. He participates in the corruption himself, including taking bribes for like governmental contracts. Yeah, he becomes a bit of a douche canoe. He does become a bit of a douche canoe. What a sack of
shit he became. God, it's just, that's what politics do. It's what it does. It's power. Yep. It's like a thing. Yep. A certain personality, it takes a certain personality to get into politics, to get into government, to get into that sort of lane because of what it requires. And that personality is so prone to manipulation, to being persuaded in certain ways, to all this shit. God, it's just so frustrating.
Now, here, I'm going to give a spoiler alert. The last election cycle, I was appalled at the fact that in my county, there were like so many unopposed positions, including like city councilmen. All those were unopposed. So it's like
it's like legit positions that run unopposed.
Yeah.
It's not always just like waterworks supervisor.
No, it's like city councilman. Every single in my county or in my city,
like
every
big
single
decisions.
Yeah, every single city councilman position was a Republican. Whether you're Republican or not, you should not be okay with that. So I vowed that the next election next year, I am going to go ahead and run.
Why not?
And my campaign is going to be, you can't have progress without like a little bit of discourse.
No one wants progress or discourse, Tommy. So you're going to lose hardcore.
I'm going to lose hardcore. Without discourse,
it's just like bad. Nobody wants progress and discourse.
It's just going to be like.
Your campaign needs to be like, let's make Brazil great again.
No, my campaign is going to be running unopposed is like inbreeding. It's fun at first, but eventually you get big noses. Like. Nobody's going to understand that.
Not bad.
Nobody's going to understand that, but like that's what I'm going to do.
It's like kissing your sister.
It's like kissing your sister.
Everyone's going to be like, fuck, I love kissing my sister.
in Brazil?
I want him.
He says you can't kiss your sister.
You should run on.
Fuck that.
You should run a cousin kisser campaign.
I might. Now, Johnny,
you can marry your cousin. That's fine.
Back to Garfield. He is the master of manipulating both sides. The Republican Party at this point in the 1880s has actually split. Well, 1870s has actually split into two camps. And he's a master at manipulating both sides of the camp. So much so that every side is like, yeah, we can work with him. Because he's like good at manipulating both. And during the election cycle of
you're saying good at manipulating. Other people would call that
cooperation.
I guess it's not quite across the aisle because it's the
same party.
Party. But he's a
you basically got like
what's that? A mediator. He's a mediator with them. He gets them all to figure it out and work together.
You basically got
find the middle ground.
You basically got the Grant camp and then the non-Grant camp of Republicans, to make it simple. In the election cycle of 1880, he's going to wind up being the dark horse candidate because he was the only one that both sides were like, yep, we like him. He actually supported Sherman.
Good enough.
He supported Sherman and voted for Sherman on all the electoral ballots, but by the time they got to the 34th and they still hadn't had a majority, somebody put Garfield's name in, and then once Garfield's name was in, they were like, fuck yeah, and by the 36th ballot, Garfield's now the fucking Republican nominee.
What?
Out of fucking nowhere.
Politics is so silly.
It's so silly. It's so silly.
Like, if you take a step back from all the like shit they do and like the things that they run and everything make happen, all that stuff. It's such a silly little construct that us humans have created.
It is because
I get it's probably necessary.
Keep in mind,
Grant is a silly thing.
So Grant is trying to come back. Like he's trying to come back after already serving 2 terms. He's trying to come back because this is like you can only serve 2 terms.
Is this pre 3 term?
2 terms
limit.
2 terms limit. 2. Don't say 3 because you're going to give Trump ideas. Stop it. 2 terms.
Hey, maybe we'll get more views that way. Is it pre 3 term limit? We can definitely have a 3-term president, especially one who has done so much good to make America great again in his last 2 terms.
So this is a middle finger to Grant's return, but Grant's camp actually secures Chester Arthur as their forced VP ticket. So they, like, we lost this, but we'll get this because you have to have Chester Garfield if you want to win New York, and you can't win the election if you don't win New York. And this is actually true because Garfield is only going to win this election with the most narrowest popular vote up to that point in history with less than 0.1% of the popular vote. But he has clearly the electoral votes.
Is that not still the smallest margin of popular vote? Is that not still?
No, because there have been presidents that have won without the popular vote. Yeah, Bush won without the popular vote. Trump won without.
the popular vote. I'm not talking about like somebody who won without popular whatever. I'm talking about just a margin of.
Oh yeah, no. If you have the popular vote and the electoral vote, this might still be the smallest. Yes.
Yeah, like the closest margin of.
Like if you won a popular vote,
because I know presidents have won without popular vote.
Yes,
Because we have a stupid system.
Yeah, this might be with both. Now, while in office, Garfield is going to decide that even though he benefited from corruption, taking bribes, he says, "Fuck it, no more corruption," and he's going to fight for legislation to at least put dedicated civil service workers based on merit and not favors. Like, you have to have some, if you're going to be the Secretary of Transportation, you have to have some kind of merit to get that position. You have to have at least built a fucking wagon.
Thank God we got rid of that. Thank God we don't do that anymore, right?
Well, John, can
you imagine?
Give me a second.
Can you imagine if our Secretary of Education actually had some sort of education background?
So
good at it.
Enter Conklin and the Republican stalwarts.
Stupid.
Yeah, so enter Conklin and the Republican stalwarts who are like pro-grants that wanted Conklin to be able to hand select all of Garfield's staff. Was supposed to be hand selected because they're the ones who want him in New York, so they should be the ones that get all the appointments. And Garfield goes,
shouldn't Garfield be the one that does the appointments?
Well, that's what Garfield does. He goes, nah, fuck you, bitches.
Yeah, like you're like you get to be the head coach or general manager of a team or whatever. You pick your staff.
Yeah. So Conklin gets pissed off and resigns his position in Congress, thinking that, he'll win in New York because it's fine. He'll just re-elect himself and win under his own terms, and then does not fucking win. So this is the first strike against the patronage about, you only get positions because you know mommy and daddy. Whatever, the bullshit.
Okay.
Reasoning is. Yeah, so this is good. We're good. Garfield's coming back around. We're good with Garfield. Now enter Charles Guiteau, who made one barely coherent speech in New York City in favor of Garfield that, while was supported by the Republicans, nobody fucking attended. But somehow Guiteau in his head thought that this was the reason why Garfield got elected, and so he was owed an ambassadorship. And then Garfield goes, nah. You don't get it.
So he's like, hey, I made a speech for you, and 17 people showed up. And I also live streamed it on my TikTok.
Yep. Yeah. He goes, no. He goes,
essentially.
No.
He's like, I'm a social media influencer and I need a position now because I guaranteed your spot.
So Guiteau.
And he to him.
Yeah. So Guiteau writes months to Garfield requesting ambassadorship to Vienna. Why Vienna, I don't know, but to Vienna specifically. And Garfield says, nah. He then shows up to the White House demanding the position, and Garfield says,
Again, at a time when you could just show up to a White House.
Yeah.
Show up to the goddamn President of the United States home and office and hey, I would like a meeting and I have some things to say.
And then Garfield writes him a letter and says, there's nothing you can do to get you're done. You're not getting an ambassadorship. Stop fucking bothering me.
Okay, so they didn't allow him a meeting when he showed up.
No. He met. But then Garfield writes another letter. But then
afterwards, after the meeting, he's like,
stop it. Yeah,
he sat there. Garfield, such a gentleman, sat there and listened to this stupid, crazy motherfucker who's like, I've never heard of you. I don't know anything about you. What a politician. What a politician. Oh, that's very good. You know what? I'll take that into consideration.
Now, this is where we hit.
You. You are never getting anything. Signed me. Send that to him when he leaves.
Now, after all this, Garfield goes in public. It says there's nothing a president do to prevent assassination, so we don't need bodyguards and that kind of shit. While he's writing this and saying this publicly, Guiteau buys a fucking pistol. What? And then on July 2nd, 1881...
Wait, what?
Garfield... So while Garfield says there's nothing a president can do to prevent assassination... Guiteau buys a pistol. And then on July 2nd, 1881, while Garfield is at the Baltimore Potomac Railroad Station ready to take a train, Guiteau runs up to him and shoots him twice. While he gets shot, Garfield is heard screaming. Screaming, what's going on?
Hey, what happened?
He has zero fucking bodyguards. Nobody's armed. It's like me and you hanging out in front of a Columbus Blue Jackets hockey game. And I get shot.
I appreciate the fact that he's like, listen, assassination is a thing that if somebody really wants to do it, they're going to do it. Right? But this is 15-ish, 16-ish years removed from a president getting assassinated in a goddamn theater.
Yeah. Maybe rethink that.
During a time where you're still trying to bring together a country that was just a civil war, not 15 years ago. And you're not going to have a guard. You're not going to have a couple guys with you with a pistol.
Something. Johnny,
I mean, and again, they wouldn't have prevented it.
But they could have got the guy right then and there.
To crime, they don't prevent it.
But they could have gotten it right then and there.
But like right then and there, it's a shootout. Like, or it's at least cover around him because presumably they'd be standing close to him.
Hopefully. Now, Johnny, speaking of all that, the last president who was assassinated, do you know who was...
Did he survive?
Do you know who... Yes, but do you know who was witness to that assassination attempt?
Not Lincoln.
Robert Todd Lincoln, the son of Lincoln. And he goes, holy fuck, it's happening again.
What the fuck? Like...
Now, despite popular rumor, he is not actually rushed into the offices of Thomas Edison. Like, that's one of the popular rumors. He wasn't rushed there. He's actually rushed back to the White House. He is going to be seen by a doctor who is named, I shit you fucking not, Dr. Willard Bliss. His first name is fucking Doctor.
I wonder who pressed him to become a doctor.
Right. And despite the fact that Doctor is perfectly aware of Joseph Lister's pioneering work on antisepsis theory, says that's not real, and decides to prod and poke Garfield's wounds with his bare fucking unwashed fingers trying to get the bullets out.
That's right.
Multiple fucking times, to the point where then those bullet wounds, which did not hit vital organs, become sepsis, infected, pustule, smelly balls of goo. And then to combat that, Johnny, Doctor decides that it's a good idea
pour some whiskey on it.
To starve Garfield, make him throw up everything in his stomach, and then after basically...
Pouring some whiskey might have helped better.
I
think if you just doused the wounds in whiskey, it would have killed more of the bacteria that was killing him.
and then after a month of starvation and infection, dies. He's going to die. Only 200 days.
Oh, really? After sitting there with gunshot wounds for a month and having them poked at with gross fingers, he died?
Meanwhile, Gateau, in his defense, in his trial, says, I didn't kill him, Doctor did, which is a fair defense, because Doctor 100% killed Garfield. Garfield could have survived, even with the techniques of that day.
Gateau?
Yeah, Gateau, yeah, something like that.
Gateau, should have, I don't know what he was eventually charged with.
Well,
he only needed to be charged with attempted murder.
Yeah,
no, it's attempted.
It's attempted. He does get hung and killed, but that's beside the point. Now,
sure, of course, because that's what we're doing to traitors these days, right? We're hanging them. No, we're not. We're letting them go like a bunch of fucking cowards. But anyway, that's fun. Like,
now,
God bless
Johnny. As a result of Garfield's death, Doctor basically proved that bacteria is real, and the American doctors began washing their hands finally in the 1880s, like 10 years after this was a known fucking thing. Even in the Civil War, they learned about bacteria
all it took was the President of the United States to die from infection for people to realize that maybe we should wash our hands.
Yeah, because like even
germ theory is real.
Because even in the Civil War, they learned that germ theory was fucking real because they used two types of bandages. I took a chunk of shirt and wrapped you up with a chunk of shirt.
Yeah,
and
cotton.
Unwashed, untreated cotton, just like wounded.
Cotton. Yeah.
And then they used horsehair bandages, which had to be boiled first to make the horsehair like mesh together and glued together to make a fabric.
Is that what it does? That's
okay. So and then they learned.
All right. So wait, I didn't. Do you know more? Can you tell me more about horsehair bandages? Do you know about them?
Only that, like you.
I've never heard of this.
In the process to make horsehair bandages, you boil the horsehair, and then that like horse glue it like makes a bandage. When you boil it and it cools down, it creates a solid. fibrous.
Just hair and water. Horsehair will stiffen up enough to make
I guess. I don't know for sure, but yes. I know you have to take the horsehair, you have to boil it to create the bandage.
All right,
and then once that's done, you'd use that as a bandage. And they learned that, oh my God, people that were treated with horsehair bandages had a less infection rate than people that were just treated with, like, fabric, untreated bandages. And they learned, oh, fuck, boiling actually does something. So even in the Civil War, they knew that this was a thing. But now doctors are finally fucking washing their hands.
You can still buy horsehair bandages. I'm trying to find information about it.
But you can buy. Okay, so Johnny, let me finish this. So Congress does pass his goal legislation of making appointees need qualifications for their positions as opposed to just favors, which we know clearly is still followed to this day. And Johnny's looking at horsehair bandages. But while Johnny's looking for horsehair bandages,
I'm trying to figure it out.
That's it. That's what we got for James
Garfield. Suture material, rather. All right, horsehair was used primarily as a suture material.
Okay, that might have been
it. Made it pliable, it sterilized it, reducing infection. You're absolutely... That's amazing.
Yeah, like it's because he had to boil it first, and because of the boiling process...
I wasn't doubting you. I'm just...
No,
I just...
Yeah,
I
like it's a weird... Like...
How they use it to suture. They'd use horsehair as the stitches, essentially.
Yeah.
Too, also.
Yeah, yes, that too, yeah. And boiling it first, killing the bacteria.
And then that would then sterilize it.
Because imagine, like, you're in a Civil War fucking field hospital, and you got your leg blown off, and you got to get your leg amputated. They're just taking that bloody fucking goddamn saw that they've used on 30 other people, and they're just... medicine. Yeah. And then there was and I'm not making this up.
There was not a sterilization procedure at that time.
Medieval medicine used, like, they thought putting shit in your wound would draw out the evil. Yeah. It's worse than just cocaine and whiskey.
Keep in mind, medieval medicine also thought that fleas during the plague would cure you.
Quite the opposite.
They intentionally, they spread shit all over the fucking place because their medicine was so bad.
Yeah, spreading the shit. Have you ever seen the TikTok?
And people would just believe anybody because nobody knew what the fuck anything was.
Have you seen that?
If you boil a deer skull in water and then drink it, you'll be cured of the bubonic plague or whatever. Like, you could say whatever the fuck you wanted. It didn't matter.
Have you seen the TikTok of the time traveler who goes back into, like, the middle? He gets stuck in the middle of the ages. He becomes a doctor and he goes, no, we don't rub the shit in the wound. Here, just take some Tylenol. You got a fever. Like, it's fine. Just take these pills. It'll make it okay.
No, I've not come across that. That sounds like a great
It's a good... If I see him again, I'll forward him to you.
Just send him my way the next time you.
He was so like, he's like, what are you doing putting leeches on the wound? Sew it up. What the fuck are you thinking?
Although leeches do have their benefits.
They do. Like, bleeding is something that, like, as dumb as it is.
There are
some
benefits to leeches.
But it's still dumb.
But not the benefits that most people think. Like, it's not what you think. Like, it's not doing the shit you think it's doing.
It's about the same benefits. It's like similar benefits. Like, if you have an infection and you put maggots in the infection, it will eat the fucking rotted flesh, which is good. But you do have to take those maggots out before they eat, the not rotted fucking flesh.
The other flesh, yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
That's it. Join us. Next week.
That's it. That's the rest of it. And he died. Yeah, I guess there's not much more. Wait, we're going to find out who took over for his office, I assume, in the next president's episode.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah, we got that.
Who the fuck is it?
Chester Arthur or something like that, I think. Yeah.
Did he only do this one?
I mentioned the name.
Finish it out?
I don't know. I haven't researched that yet, man. I don't know every president in the United States, despite...
We're not there. You're not that type of autistic 6-year-old?
Listen, guys. I am an autistic, but I do not know everything
Can we talk
about
the folks who have, like, their kids memorize the presidents or whatever?
Why?
Like, they're so smart. Look at how smart my 4 or 5-year-old is. He knows all the presidents. Like, bitch, they know all... Mine knows all the Pokemon. Like, it's the same thing. Like, all you're doing is asking him to remember.
Well, you don't know all the Pokemon now. You probably know the 150
Okay, my kid
original.
knew all of the. No, okay. You want to bet though?
There's like a million fucking Pokemon now.
Dude, I'll tell you what. If I was growing up, he would tell you the Pokemon and what generation it was from.
Yeah, your kid was very savant-y like that.
Yeah, he's Pokemon. A little autistic. Yeah, how about
slim.
That? And he knew every single fucking one.
He did.
And their types. And the types, weaknesses, and everything else. Because, of course, like, that's the easy part. And then also, like, what generation they're from.
Which is wild.
And to the point where, and I played Pokemon Go to the point where I knew the first, like, 3 generations or so.
I can tell you anymore. I can tell you the first generation because I played the first Pokemon game, and that's the only Pokemon game I ever beat.
Yeah, no, but they know them all. Anyway, that's it for this week in Historic Hindsight. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review. Join our Patreon. You can get all sorts of exclusive content there. It's pretty great.
Hey, speaking of which,
you can ask Tommy anything you want.
Yes,
Tommy, I'm doing my goddamn outro. You're interrupting. What is that?
No, what I'm saying is I've got the garage cleaned out, so be prepared for some musket ball melting lead videos. And
yeah, look at that. Yeah, he's got shit for you. All right, so go join it. Pay him $5. Give him his money. All right.
So I can open up the old and musket shop at museum. That's all I want to do.
All he wants. Just give him and you know what, Tommy, right here, drop your Cash App. Just give him Cash App money. All right. Pretend that if you drop him Cash App, he will show you cleavage.
I could. I got boobies.
He will do it. Actually, you know what?
For now, I got boobies.
For $100, he'll show a nipple. I know this. I know it's true.
Yeah.
I absolutely know it's true. He will send you a picture of his nipple for $100.
Although to be fair, I have lost now. I have lost now officially 12 pounds. I need to lose at least another 10.
You got those itty bitty titties then, huh?
Well, my nipples have always been really small.
Not your nipple.
I have exceedingly small nipples. Like the areola is small, but the nipple itself, like it is. I have
everything's tiny.
Very tiny nipples.
Tiny.
I have super tiny nipple. Super tiny nipples.
I feel like all right, if you were a coin, could you be a coin?
Like a dime.
Are you a dime?
I'm a dime for the areola. For the nipple
the whole
itself,
thing's a dime.
The whole thing's a dime. For the nipple,
God damn. I think I'm probably like between a nickel and a quarter.
Yeah, I'm definitely a dime.
Hey, leave what your nipple size is down in the comments. Tell us what currency your nipple closest represents. Just leave it in there. Just drop it in the comment. Everybody wants to know. Are you a silver? Maybe you're $1. Maybe you're $half. I don't know.
I did date a girl that she was a bologna. She was legitimate like that. The whole like you could put a piece of bologna, and that was it. That was it. Happens.
Yeah, some women are all nipples. That's okay.
And I was in it. It was okay.
We're not mad at you.
No.
We just want to know.
Bodies are bodies.
Tommy is just super curious about your nipple size.
All bodies are beautiful. That's what I'm gonna say.
And let him know specifically what your body looks like in the comments. And we'll see you next week when we talk about a different thing.
It'll be another Civil War episode next weekend.
Probably.
That we record. Probably, hopefully on Friday.